bring you this show each and every week. I tell you what, it's always a pleasure for me to be here, and we get to watch some excellent bowling. This you're going to see Mr. Eaton, left-hander. Excellent form, good rotation on the ball. Does a lot of things right, Tom.
And our winner in the first match, Mr. George Barlow, a 248-202 winner over Tom Casey. First ball with the mustard color ball, and it's a strike. Game 2. Strike.
We're going to be hearing a little of that on 5 this year.
How about that? Only 23 more days before the opener against the Expos. And with Pete Rose, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great year.
You're talking about a gold ball? Look at these shoes. Huh?
How about
Look at these shoes. Gold. 14K golden shoes. Let's see if he can bring him back the money.
See if he can play worthy to the shoes today.
That's right.
The southpaw, Stan Eaton. Well, he's off to a good start. Stan Eaton, the 28-year-old vice president and treasurer of his own company. Dave, watch it.
Excellent. Right over the 12th board, going out to about the 7th, and then hooking back very sharply. Perfect. 10 pins in the pit. The 1-2 pocket is going to see some action today.
Well, we're qualifying today at Hyde's. They put on a 4:30 shift. Who you think is leading? Tucky Perez, 727. Mike Whalen, 700. And Rick Hensley, 674. And for the girls is Regina Pollard with 571.
Some familiar names over at Hyde's. 2 straight for Mr. Eaton.
That's right. Next week.
Little less than impressive than the first shot, but still effective. There's the Stan throwing the ball well. Now cutting sharply through the head pin, and what's going to happen? They all fall down. He likes it. Of course he likes it.
Just a little bit. Crossing over. I believe the 6'10", Dave. George Barlow, second frame.
George, unlike Stan going high and not receiving a strike, he did, however, receive a good break and not leave the 7-pin. Shooting cross lane for the 6'10".
And it goes very easily. You know, we're talking about that parade, Dave. Cincinnati St. Patrick's Day Parade, one of the largest in the country. Over 230 floats, bands, entertainers in this year's parade. Not too late to go down and join them, but if you can't, right here on Channel 5, Cincinnati Style, at 1 o'clock. Some of the personalities on News 5 will be there.
Are you going to be there, Tom? That's what I want to know.
I will not have a microphone. I will not be donning a microphone, but I will be there watching because I have some friends in the parade, and as always, it'll be fun to watch a parade. And coincidentally,
yes,
it's nice to throw a parade on the day that you're supposed to have the parade. First time in a long time. St. Patrick's Day falls on a Sunday, and they're going to have it.
Good.
Barlow takes out the 10-pin, picks up the spare in the 3rd frame.
St. Patrick's Day to me is always a true sign that spring is, just a week or 2 away, and a lot of things are going to start happening. People are going to start thinking about outside activities, but do not forget your local BPA establishment. Get out, go bowling. It's a lot of fun all year round.
I think it would only take one visit in about June or July to see that not everybody goes outside.
That's right. Air-conditioned comfort.
Stan Eaton, a turkey. With a nice, Stan's not a turkey.
I was going to say, don't call him a turkey. He threw that ball with perfection. Look at it, same line as before, out to 7. Hooking in now, driving right straight through the pocket. 4-pin, taking out the 7-pin just the way it's supposed to happen.
Now we have Lee Overlay here and Bob Casey from Hudepohl today. Stan Eaton is not too well known in this area, but around the Dayton he is well known. He finished 3rd in the state singles at Lozantaville last year behind Keith Colozzi and Bill Pollard.
I thought it was Low Santiville.
Low Santiville, that's right. Long O.
4th frame, Stan Eaton, and as Sam said, he's a relative unknown to the Cincinnati area as he leaves the 7-pin. He's batting 1,000, his first attempt to qualify on the BPA King of Bowling.
4-pin, not doing its job that time, Tom. Leaving a 7-pin, a weak 7-pin at that. There you see it.
Sam, you're mentioning all the fine members of the BPA. We'll be seeing some of those in the parade. Tom Murphy, Bo Hudepohl, Tom Gray, and a couple more of the BPA proprietors.
Jerry Bettinghouse will be there with his big hearse and everything. That truck he carries.
Question is, will we see the 62 Comet of Sam Coleman in it?
Well, when you were reading that list of classic cars, I'm not sure you were going to get to that, Tom.
And of course, Hudepohl will have an entry in it, a horse-drawn Christian Moorland beer wagon, horse-drawn Hudepohl Gold beer wagon. So just have fun today.
He better make an adjustment on the right lane, Tom. Tom Barlow going high. George Barlow going high for the second time in a row on the right lane. It's time to move. Everybody at home, do the same thing. If you're continually going higher, leaving a 4-pin, make a move. Throw the ball harder, move your feet to the left or right, depending upon where you're at on the lane, but do something. Or
but
you
get
will
the spare.
That's right.
So, second game, midway through, and we've seen our first open today.
It's a shame. The ball deflects sharply to the right after it hits the 3-pin. Right there. See it jump, just missing the back pin, the 9-pin. As they said on the national show, it's one of the most difficult multi-pin, non-split spares you can possibly shoot.
6 just did rings around the 10.
Wrap around 10. That's what you call it, Tom. Hacksaw didn't work. Drilled it out of there. The bowling ball and nail wouldn't even have gotten there.
You wouldn't know it. So far, we bowled 42 games on the tube, and we're averaging 214.
How's that for people at home watching some fine action week in and week out? George Barlow picks up the spare in the 5th, so we're halfway through game number 2. George Barlow and Stan Eaton. We'll be back with the rest of them in the King as you take a look at George Barlow, week number 8 of the BPA King of Bowling. Tom Verado, Dave Newrath, and Sam Coleman wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day, 17th of March. Stan Eaton, gold shoes and all, in command of this match so far. Can add to that the big left-hander with a strike here in the 5th frame. A little bit of a crossover, Dave.
Look at that. Look at that. He has left a tough one, too, Tom.
7 had ideas.
It's the same thing we saw George Barlow just leave, only he has the middle pin missing. Doesn't really change the way you shoot the spare at all. You have to, in Stan's case, his ball has to just touch the 2-pin, slightly left of center line. Glance in between the 7 and the 8 and take them both out with the ball. Let's see how he does. Hit a little bit too much of the 2-pin.
2/3 of the way through, and it just had too much of a deflection, Dave.
Well, that's right. He arced it out too far to the left. Now, if it would have stopped hooking right there and then come back, now I said just left the center, he hits just barely touches the 2, which is going to make you get the 7-pin. However, the 8-pin says, gotcha.
So George Barlow gets a break as Stan Eaton opens in the 5th. 6th frame. Let's see if he can get back on track with those strikes.
Now, a little cautious, Tom. He goes high 1 frame. What's he going to do? He's going to lift it out to the left a little bit too hard, not leaving an easy spare either, Sam.
No, 3-9 isn't too easy. Well, next week we go to Green Hills to see Dave Grosser. We're starting at 9 o'clock both days, Saturday and Sunday. We also added a shift today at Hyde's, a 4:30 shift today. So if you want to bowl, now's the time to go out.
Unfortunately, I hate to say this, but there aren't that many more weeks left. I've been enjoying it as we're in week 8 of 12 weeks. And Stan Eaton just bulldozes his way through there.
We haven't got too many more to go. We go to Green Hills, then Milford, and then we have the finals at Glenmore Bowl.
Glenmore Bowl.
My neck of the woods. That's where I learned to bowl, Sam, many, many years ago when it was still Wirtz Lanes.
How many years ago, Dave?
We won't discuss it.
George Barlow gets a good mix.
No, I'll tell you, 24 years. I've been bowling for 24 years. Excellent game. Once it gets in your bloodstream, it's kind of like drinking Hudepohl. You just got to keep going back.
That's right. Go out to your favorite BPA and do some open bowling. Well, I don't know when Newrat's going to qualify. Better hurry up.
He's waiting for the limelight later on. Another strike for Mr. Barlow, 7th frame.
Let's take a look at it here on the replay. He's been going high, so what's he going to do? He's going to trust this ball a little bit. George Barlow, left side of your screen. The ball is going to enter the pitcher now. It's going to deflect to the right there, but just catch it up to the 5-pin to knock her down.
It's a contest yet. Still a long way to go yet.
11 pins advantage to this man, Stan Eaton, but it's slipping away from him.
Didn't quite get the mix that he wanted on that one, Dave.
Well, again, they went high on the one frame, Tom, and the last two shots have been light. You have to adjust, but you can't over-adjust in this game of bowling. It's a game of inches. Where have we heard that before?
Oh.
It's a 10-pin match right now. Considering George Barlow has a strike up, we can say that it's all tied up.
Sam, give us a rundown on game two.
Stan Eaton's got 124 and a 6 with a spare, and George has got 84 and a 5th with a double. So if George gets a strike, it's technically even.
Keeping in the tradition of this year's BPA, we have a close match and a high-scoring match.
I can't believe it. Doug Martin found his way over here. What'd you do, get a triptych?
Yeah. Stan Eaton below the rack here.
Perfect shot, Tom. His back is against the wall. What's he going to do? He knows that he better strike right here, not to lose pin count, because pin count could be important. The match is all tied up. George Barlow now, pressure on him to maintain it. And he does.
No problem there.
I guess you'd say that's answering the call, wouldn't you?
Answering the call 3 times over. His 3rd straight strike for George Barlow. Was a winner in the first game against Tom Casey, 248 to 202. We are at Loveland Lanes in Loveland, Ohio. A very lovely day, St. Patrick's Day. Barlow, 9th frame, a little soft, leaves the 6-10.
Well, you picked right up on it, Tom. He did get a little soft. The direction was there, but the speed was not. It would not hold the line. Don't quite understand that, but he will be shooting cross lane for the 6-10, and he makes it.
Well, this will be a big ball for Stan Eaton coming up right now. They're going to have the Special Olympics out at Brentwood Bowl on March the 30th.
This man, Stan Eaton, right lane, 9th frame. He has a 2-pin advantage, could stretch it to 12 with a strike right here. He liked it.
He liked it, and why not? 10 pins down. The winner of this match going on to meet Kerry Logan, the king of bowling for week number 8.
He got a little soft once, not anymore. Direct, right down through the hole, 1-2 pocket, 10 pins in the pit, every pin doing its job. 12-pin advantage. Stan Eaton, left lane, can put the match away with a strike right here. This strike, and it's all over. Go away.
Exhilaration to despair in a matter of seconds, Dave.
Man, I got sweaty palms here. I'm getting into this match.
6-8, how about that? Right on through him.
Boy, you do have sweaty palms. Get the rosin bag for this man.
The left-handed 4-9, the 6-8, has to be played the same way. Sliding the outside pin, in this case the 6, over into the 8-pin. The ball has to just nip it on the right-hand side. He's got to have it.
So, an open frame, Stan Eaton in the 10th.
Stan got 200 even, so Barlow, this is a big ball. He's got to get a 9 or a strike or something here in order to win. This will be the pay ball if he gets a strike.
Got to have 9 or better on this shot to win.
Oh,
that's better.
He heard you, Dave. Can't get much better than that. George Barlow with the strike.
Critical situation.
That's the best mark of strike.
He knows he has to have 9 or better to win in this position. What's he do? He flushes it. 1-3, perfect. 10 pins in the pit. Now, all he needs is a total of 9 pins on 2 balls to win. It's not automatic, but let's see what he can do.
Now it's automatic. So George Barlow will try to do what Kerry Logan did last week, and that's go right through 3 games to become the king of bowling on week number 8. Kerry Logan, he had some stiff competition last week, but opened against Ray Tucky Perez, then beat the 21-year-old champ Greg Lothian. So Kerry Logan knows what competition is. And there's Barlow's final ball. He leaves 1 pin standing, and he's the winner. Game number 2, week 8 of the BPA King of Bowling. So, in the championship match, it'll be Kerry Logan the King against George Barlow. All of that action when we come back on the BPA King of Bowling. George Barlow, do your stuff.